Welcome to the PAC Football Report covering Week 2 games of the 2025 season on September 13th. I'm Joe Onderco. This week we will take a quick look back at the opening weekend on the gridiron in the President's Athletic Conference, while also previewing Week 2 games this Saturday. Defending league co-champion Grove City highlighted the slate with an impressive 31-14 road win at 2023 D3 National Champion Cortland. New St. Vincent coach Casey Goff earned the win in his Bearcat debut, 28-7 over Hilbert. In other action, Marietta edged Westminster 12-8, and Hiram fell at Heidelberg 65-27 on Thursday, while Teal dropped a 27-8 home final to Concordia, Wisconsin Friday. Other Saturday home finals included W&J falling to Utica 49-31, Bethany dropping a 41-6 final to Sewanee, Waynesburg defeated by John Carroll 48-14, and Allegheny losing 35-24 to Denison. Geneva fell on the road at Widener 44-18, while Case Western Reserve and Rowan finished in a lightning-shortened 17-17 tie. PAC Player of the Week honors in Week 1 went to St. Vincent junior wideout Chris Downs with 100 receiving yards and 2 TDs versus Hilbert. Sophomore cornerback Noah Wheeler of Grove City was Defensive Player of the Week with 2 interceptions at Cortland, and Bethany sophomore punter Caden Langley was Special Teams honoree with a 46.3-yard punt average versus Sewanee. Top newcomer was Grove City freshman kicker punter Brady Lane, who made all 5 kicks and averaged 40 yards per punt at Cortland. Highlighting the Week 2 slate is a pair of national powers, as 1-0 and 15th-ranked Grove City host last year's national runner-up, 1-0 and number 2 ranked Mount Union from the OAC at Thorne Field at 1 p.m. The Purple Raiders are 7-0-1 all-time against the Wolverines, but the teams have not met on the gridiron since a 30-14 Mount Union win back in 1979. Grove City head coach Andrew DiDonato previews this week's Division III heavyweight matchup.
When we knew we had 2 non-conference games, we decided right away that we wanted to find the best opponents in the country that we could play, and really just to see where we're at as a program and what it takes to win a national title or to play as a top team in the country. And obviously Mount Union is the standard. Just to get to play against such an elite program, we're just excited to see where our program's at.
Returning to the PAC as a full member for the first time since 1989, 0-1 Hiram hosts its first home game since returning to the league when they host 0-1 Oberlin from the NCAC at Henry Field in Hiram at 6 p.m. The Terriers faced their former conference opponents last season in Oberlin, with the Yeomen edging Hiram 20-17. First-year Hiram head coach Xavier Dupree talks about the excitement in his program as the Terriers rejoin the PAC.
Just to start something new, to see some different schools, different venues, things like that. Like I said, you have a lot of our alumni, older alumni who were in the PAC and played in those games that are excited to see those rivalries and those games come back.
0-1 Geneva also opens its home schedule under the lights in Beaver Falls as the Golden Tornadoes host 1-0 Shenandoah from the ODAC at Reeves Field at 7 p.m. It's the first ever meeting on the gridiron between the two squads, with Shenandoah coming to town following a 25-6 season-opening victory over Methodist this past Saturday. Veteran GT head coach Gino DeMarco talks about the special night game environment that has developed for Geneva home contests through the years.
Playing Friday night football and high school football in this area is such a big emotional thing and a big draw in Western Pennsylvania. We just felt that having Saturday night games and creating an event, at that time we had over 100-member band. We do a lot of community-type things to create an event.
In other Week 2 PAC gridiron action, all 8 other PAC teams play on the road, with 7 having 1 p.m. kickoffs. Allegheny at Juniata, Bethany at Kalamazoo, Case Western Reserve at Wabash, St. Vincent at Worcester, W&J at Hampton-Sydney, Waynesburg at Dickinson, and Westminster at Franklin and Marshall. Teal also plays on the road with a 3 p.m. kickoff at Adrian. That's all for this edition of the PAC Football Report. Log on to the conference website at www.pacathletics.org all season long for the latest news, scores, statistics, and other league information. You can also follow us on social media via X, Facebook, and Instagram. Links are available at the PAC website. I'm Joe Onderco. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you at the stadium.